Seamus Kennedy, welcome to our game. I was looking at your Twitter, right, and you never know, you might get a question there, and I saw that the tagline you had is, in sport as in life, nothing is more valuable than bounce back ability. Is that something that is something that you kind of reflected on yourself, and the fact that you were probably out of the picture for starting in the team and got yourself back in there for the semi-final?
I suppose in time it probably has come and used it, but it first came from when we got in a run with commercials a few years ago, and I suppose we got that late goal against Nemo Rangers, and I suppose we'd had a few bad days before that, and I think there was the Sunday Independent, someone did a big piece kind of on the club games around that time, and I think he started with that quote, and a lot of us in commercials got a big kick out of it.
Yeah.
And that's where it came from, really, to be honest with you. Yeah.
And but for you this year, I mean, like, even if you look at the last few years, 2015, I suppose you were playing football with Tipperary. 2016, your wing back scoring a point in All Ireland. Then 17, you're kind of a shock late call up for full back as far as the rest of the country is concerned. Out of the team a bit this year, and then you're in Manmark and Jack O'Connor for the semi-final. So it's, you kind of have to probably fight your way back into contention.
Yeah, and I suppose that's sport, to be honest with you, really. I suppose I was dropped off the tip handle in 2014 when playing football in 15. I was lucky enough to get back in 16, and I suppose the wheel is always turning. I suppose is probably the best way I can describe it. You just have to, you have to stick with it, and thankfully, I suppose, look, there's been bad days and there's low times, but I think every inter-county player has them. Like, you just kind of, I've stuck with it, I suppose, and thankfully I've had a few good days too. Like, and it is great. Like, when it does come your way,
How long did you know before the Wexford game that you were going to be in there?
I knew a few days before, right? Like I'd been told I was going to be, probably on Jack O'Connor. So I had a few days to kind of get my head around it, and maybe I'd look at a few clips of Jack and things like that. Like, so it's nice just for your own head and clarity and that kind of way.
And then I was just looking again. Once I started on your Twitter, I said, I'll keep going. There wasn't much out here. You had to go back a year and a half, and it was Wenger out. So, big Arsenal fan, and that was the only thing that got you boiled up enough to tweet.
Yeah, I suppose Arsenal probably dictates most of my Twitter, I suppose. But Wenger, and I suppose just probably felt that we needed a change, to be honest with you, really, and would be still a big Wenger fan, but I think his time had probably come, to be honest with you. And but I think in hindsight now, the problem seems to be a lot further up than Wenger himself, So it's still tearing my hair out about Arsenal anyway.
Another rough season.
Another rough season, yeah. No defenders.
Can we rewind back 3 seasons? What was that All Ireland final like for you?
It was a bit surreal, to be honest with you. If you had told me when we got knocked out with commercials in the middle of February against Ballyboden that I'd have started an All-Ireland final, I probably would have laughed at you. Being perfectly honest, I missed the league. I got in the squad for I think the last 2 games of the league, played no minutes in the league, and just I think a few lads got injured and kind of hit a run of form, and the year kind of took off, and it was unbelievable. It was a dream of mine as a young lad, I suppose, growing up, like, to play for Tip and to win for Tip, and it was just an unbelievable feeling, to be honest.
And just because you're from a footballing background as well, I would have thought that one of the things when you're in possession of the ball, you tend to have good patience on the ball, which seems to be something that you have to have in football because you can't just lash it all the time. Do you reckon there are elements of the fact that you played so much football in your hurling?
Yeah, absolutely. I don't think I would have got to play with Tip if I hadn't played football, like so much football as I have, and like I think the way football has gone, especially the last couple of years, like if you give away possession, you're in serious trouble, and you could be waiting 10 minutes to get it back. Like, so probably is, without even thinking about it too much, it probably is something I do. I probably do value the ball a bit, but definitely there is a crossover, and I do find it is a positive crossover.
And how strong are other sports outside of GAA in Clonmel, and was it a thing that when you were growing up you were playing multiple sports?
Yeah, so I suppose when I was growing up until I was about 15 or 16, it was literally flat out hurling, football, soccer. We'd had a very good soccer team that played in the known Nations Cup in France. You'd had Michael Quinlivan on that, Coleman Kennedy, Ian Fahey, Evan Comerford, myself. We were all on that, and then we'd have been reasonably kind of successful at hurling. Like, we won a few South kind of titles and competed in county finals, county semi-finals, without ever winning one. And obviously rugby is big in the town as well. It's not one that I ever played, to be honest with you, really. But it's a big town, but there's a lot pulling out of it as well. Like, you have a few soccer clubs. You've Clonmel and Mile Rovers in the town pretty much as well. And so there's a lot going on down there, really.
And just thinking about this Kilkenny team coming into an All-Ireland final as well, people didn't see them being in an All-Ireland final this year, but they're incredibly strong as well, and maybe even stronger in 2016 when they had to move things around to a stage that TJ Reid had to play in midfield.
Yeah, look, I think anyone like the Limerick semi-final was, it just really showed how strong they were. Like the intensity they hit Limerick with was unbelievable, and like I don't think any of us ever thought that Kilkenny were gone away, like as some people were saying, like or anything like that. Like they still have some unbelievable. Like if you go through their team or even through their panel 1 to 26, like there's unbelievable players all over the place there. Like So look, it's going to be another huge battle. Like, but it's one we're looking forward to.
And I know sport is obviously irrelevant in the grand scheme of things, but there's been a tough time for family down in Clonmel as well. So it'd be no harm to have something positive for the area.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I didn't know Jack myself. My brother was pretty friendly with him, and look, my condolences to the Downey family and to everyone at Clonmel. I see the effect it has had on Sean the last couple of days. It's horrific, really, to be honest with you. So, and it probably shows how irrelevant a game of hurling can be at times. So just look again, condolences to everyone connected to the Downey family at this time. And hopefully, maybe a Tipperary win can give them some bit of strength. But again, it's it's a bit irrelevant, really, like in the grand scheme of things.
Yeah, absolutely. Condolences to them, and best of luck, and thanks for chatting to us.
Cheers, Shane.